How to spot and exploit weak minds, without them ever knowing. The forbidden truth about weak minds. You've seen them. The people who shrink in a confrontation. The ones who fold like paper when pressure hits. Those who chase approval like a dog chasing scraps. But here's the terrifying truth. They don't even know how weak they are. You, however, will. Because today you unlock the blueprint. The hidden architecture of fragile minds, and how to control them without them ever knowing. This isn't about shouting, or brute force, or overt manipulation. This is surgical dominance, the art of invisible control. By the end of this, you'll possess the sight. You'll see the cracks in their armor before they open their mouths. You'll steer their emotions like a puppeteer pulling threads. You'll own every room you walk into, because weak minds obey the one who understands them. This isn't cruelty, it's strategy. Power is reserved for the ones who know where to press. Let's begin. The 3 dead giveaways of a weak mind. Weakness wears a mask, but the signs? They're always there. And once your eyes adjust to the game, you'll see them everywhere. 1. The approval addict. They laugh too loud, too quickly. They nod like bobbleheads, desperate for agreement. Their eyes scan every face for signs of acceptance. Why does this matter? Because when someone needs your approval, withholding it turns you into a god. You become their oxygen. And when you control oxygen, you control life. 2. The emotional volcano. They erupt at the smallest slight. They spill secrets under pressure. Their expressions betray every thought. This is your gold mine. Emotional people expose their pressure points. And when you know where the pressure lives, you don't need to push hard. Just right. 3. The consensus coward. What will they think? Is this the popular opinion? They fear being alone more than being wrong. Why does this matter? Because when the herd moves one way, they'll follow the loudest shepherd. Be that shepherd. Now, how do you exploit this knowledge? The invisible levers of control. Weak minds aren't random. They run on predictable scripts. And the secret to control? Learning their lines before they speak. Trigger number 1. Fear of exclusion. They're terrified of being left out. It eats at them. Exploit it like this. Let them overhear whispers of elite plans. Let them see doors slightly ajar. Create the illusion of an inner circle, just out of reach. They will crawl to be part of it. Trigger number 2. Craving for certainty. Chaos terrifies them. They need things to be clear, stable, safe. How do you use this? Give them a taste of security, then disturb it. Pull the rug just slightly. They'll scramble for you. Trigger number 3. The hero delusion. They want to matter. To feel like the one. So make them believe they're chosen. Assign trivial tasks as sacred missions. Tell them, only you can do this. They'll obey, not because they must, but because they need to believe it's special. This isn't mind games. It's psychological architecture. The weak don't resist. They comply and thank you for it. The silent dominance technique. The most powerful men never raise their voice. They don't announce their strength. They exude it. Step 1. The blank mask. No visible emotion. No unnecessary movements. No over-talking. Let them guess where you stand. Let them project their weakness onto your silence. They'll squirm trying to fill the void. And in that squirming, you win. Step 2. The controlled nod. When they speak, nod once. Come. Slow. That single gesture triggers validation. And validation leads to obedience. They'll believe you're listening, when in truth you're programming. Step 3. The strategic pause. Before answering, pause. 2 seconds, maybe 3. Silence is power. It creates tension, anticipation. They'll lean in. They'll chase your words. And that chase turns into submission. Feel it yet? That shift in the air. When the power dynamic flips, and they don't even know it. The dark psychology of compliance. Some minds resist. Some minds bend. But the weakest? They beg for leadership. Here's how to lead without lifting a finger. The false choice trap. Would you rather handle this now, or after it gets worse? It's not a question. It's a funnel. And both exits lead where you want them to go. The assumed agreement technique. You already get why this is smart. You know this is the only real option. They'll agree, even if confused, because rejecting the frame would expose their ignorance. The social proof illusion. Everyone in your position chooses this route. Humans fear isolation more than failure. So if you imply consensus, they'll follow the phantom crowd. Use these like scalpels. No yelling, no convincing, just inevitability. The ultimate test and how to pass it. Weak minds test dominance. Not to overthrow you, but to make sure you're worthy. Here's how to ace those silent tests. The blame bait. They accuse, provoke, nudge you to react. Don't. Stay still. Watch. Let their projection bounce back into their own chaos. The victim ploy. They whine. They play small. They weaponize sympathy. Respond with one cold, piercing truth. Not advice. Not support. Just a statement so raw, it resets their delusion. The false alpha challenge. Sometimes they bark. Pretend dominance. Smile. Wait. Time exposes all theatrics. And when it does, they return to submission. Every single time. Because fake power always folds before real presence. The unspoken rule of power. This isn't about how they behave. It's about how you see. Power begins the moment you see weakness as predictable. You don't argue. You observe. You don't chase. You wait. You don't force. You frame. When you understand this, you never have to raise your voice. You never have to fight for control. Because control is simply the reward for knowing how they think. Now go. Watch. Anticipate. Exploit. And never, ever, let them see you coming. Now, you've seen the patterns. You felt the shift. And now, you know something most people will never understand. Weak minds walk blind into traps, but power walks in silence. You are no longer average. You are no longer reacting. You are becoming the observer, the architect, the controller. And this is just the beginning. Because Obsidian mindset isn't a channel. It's a transformation pipeline. Every video is a weapon. Every drop of knowledge, a psychological advantage forged in silence, designed for those who refuse to be prey. So here's your final move. Subscribe. Now, not to support the channel, not to stay updated, but to join a hidden layer of men who are not seen. They're felt. Because on this side of the screen, we're not building content. We're building control. So hit that subscribe button now. Lock in. Stay dangerous. Because the next video will upgrade your mind like this one never dared. Obsidian mindset. Welcome to the shadows.